It's time for SummerSlam! Woo! We have 7 matches to go through, and I can't say I'm not excited for this show because, oh boy, I cannot wait. Let's get into this. So just like last month with Money in the Bank, I'm gonna go through a card order that I created that I think will happen. Like which match will start the show, which match will end it. Seeing as this show will be taking place in Cleveland, Ohio, I think it's only right that we start the show with a good old-fashioned Logan Paul beatdown. The first match is Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the US title. I think it's about time that LA Knight takes that title because let's just be honest, people. Logan Paul might be one of the worst, if not the worst, United States champion of all time. At least the worst reign I've seen. I mean, this man has been champion since Crown Jewel and has only defended the title twice. And one of those matches was a DQ finish. Like that says a lot. And the ban, I mean, you should ban him as a champion. Never make him a champion again. And the man has barely been showing up on SmackDown. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that LA Knight needs to win that title. It's long overdue, by the way. This was supposed to happen last year. He was in the US title tournament and lost to Santos Escobar, I think, who then lost to, I think, Rey Mysterio. So, and then Mysterio would go on to win the championship, I think. Maybe you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But I think that LA Knight should win the US title here. No exceptions. We have back-to-back mid-card title matches because we have a rematch from last month. And I think Braun Breaker should win it this time because I think many people are overreacting calling Sami Zayn Sammy Hogan after he pinned Braun clean. I think it's, when you have the bigger picture, you start to realize that things make more sense. I mean, Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental title off of Gunther, the longest reigning champion, and probably the best champion as well at that. So obviously you're not just going to have him lose the title like only 3 months into his reign. At the very minimum, make him lose it at SummerSlam, and that's most likely what's going to happen here. Although, I will say, I think the best scenario could have been to make this a fatal 4-way. Sammy, Braun, Ilya, and Sheamus, and 4 of them compete for the title at SummerSlam, with Braun winning. He most likely, I would most likely would want him to pin Sheamus because actually no, I think he should pin Sammy. No, don't pin Sheamus or Ilya. Maybe he should have pinned Sammy, but either way, he will pin Sammy in this match because I think Braun Breaker will become the new Intercontinental Champion, and I think he's going to have a great title reign. Come back to this video, and you'll see that I'm right. Now, next up, people might be shocked to see this match this early on the card, but I think we have the Queen of the Ring, chasing her big opportunity. Nia Jax versus Bayley for the women's title. And as much as it kind of pains me to say this, I want Nia Jax to win. Because I feel like they reintroduced stakes to King and Queen of the Ring. I don't think those stakes should go under the bus just yet. Give it like another 2 years maybe, if they're going to do this tournament yearly, which I think they should, by the way. But I think Bayley should lose the title here. Her reign has not been the best since WrestleMania. It's not like Cody's reign where I can see like a vision, like I have a vision for it. Bayley, although she is one of my favorites of all time, I love her to death. I just can't see her holding that title for much longer, at least in my opinion. So I think Nia Jax wins. And if you would have asked me this last week, maybe I would have said, oh, Tiffany's cashing in afterwards. But no, I feel like they might wait it out a little bit. Maybe Bash in Berlin, maybe Bad Blood, maybe Crown Jewel, Maximum Crown Jewel. But if you want my opinion, I think it should be at Bash in Berlin. Maybe that's when she cashes in. After Nia finishes like one of her matches, Tiffany Stratton does a Dean Ambrose. You know when Dean Ambrose attacks Seth from the back? Like he hopped out from the bottom of the ring. I think Tiffany should do the same thing. So yeah, establish a new star at that event. The crowd will go crazy because Tiffy time is international, people. The next match we have is one that I'm actually kind of interested in. I mean, I'm interested for all these matches, but this is like one of them that's like one of the most interesting for me. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title. Now, I think there was a huge opportunity to make this a ladder match. I mean, come on. It was in this event 19 years ago where Eddie and Ray battled for Dom's custody. Why not do the same thing here, you know? Winner gets the title and Dirty Dom, you know? But yeah, a part of me, it's like my body like says 50% Rhea's winning, 50% Liv's retaining. I don't know, but I feel like the way they're telling the story about how like, oh, Dom doesn't love Liv, and now Liv just, you know, is heartbroken by that. I feel like Dom might do something where, you know, he betrays Rhea. He sees the vision. And I'll talk about that in a later video. If this does happen, then I'll talk about why he did that, because I have an entire explanation ready to justify that finish. So if that does happen, then I would get my prediction correct, because I think Liv is retaining the title. Next up, you have the King of the Ring getting his opportunity. Damian Priest takes on the King of the Ring, Gunther, for the World Heavyweight title. Now, if you would have asked me a month ago, I would not have given two shits about this match. But they did enough to make me care about Gunther calling Damian street trash. It gave me some sympathy for Damian Priest. And to a point where many people now want to see him retain the title. I mean, at the kickoff show earlier, I actually just finished watching the kickoff show. So yeah, that's why I'm recording this video. That got me even more excited, honestly. I feel like now we're at a point where many people want to see Damian retaining, but just like I said earlier with Nia, I think both finalists of the King and Queen of the Ring should win their championship matches, because I feel like you're bringing the tournament back after so long. You don't want to like devalue its value, if that makes sense. But yeah, and plus Gunther just came off from having the best and longest Intercontinental Championship reign ever. So, you know, for a fact, he's holding that world title for a long time. Maybe over a year, I'm predicting. It doesn't have to be the longest of all time, like beat out the record for the previous world title, but he's definitely holding that thing for a long time. So my prediction is Gunther becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now we get to the match I'm most excited for. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as a special guest referee. I think this is the best thing they could have done. I mean, if CM Punk wasn't cleared by SummerSlam period, I would have put this match at Bad Blood, because this is not just bad blood, this is pure hatred. And I'm so happy the video package told the entire story. Drew McIntyre was the one who took CM Punk out. He prayed for this and it happened. And then Punk got his revenge by, costing Drew the 2 chances at the world title. So yeah, we're now at this point where these two want to kill each other, and you have somebody, Seth Rollins, who also doesn't like either man. And it's going to be very interesting to see what role he plays as a special guest ref. Now, I really hope CM Punk wins this match. It's his first pay-per-view match in like 10 years. It's probably like his first singles pay-per-view match in 11 years. So I feel like no matter what reasoning you have of Drew winning, this reason I just said now beats all of them. Like, it's CM Punk. This is the man who came back to WWE. You don't want to make him lose in his first match back. I mean, Drew already has enough credibility to last him like a decade. So I think it's going to be fine with him taking the pin. And plus, Seth doesn't like either man. So yeah, I'm going with CM Punk winning. And finally, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody's winning. I think we all want Roman to return during this match, but I think it shouldn't just be Roman. I feel like they should do something where, like, midway, I think the ref gets knocked down, like, from a serious thing, like, Then they're brawling it, Cody and Solo, and then Jimmy's music hits, and he's standing there in the ring, and then Paul Heyman's music hits. You know, the music he came out to in the Hall of Fame. And then these two just look at the entrance ramp, and then Roman's music hits, and then he comes out there, and then he looks Solo Sikoa in the eyes. And then when Solo fights back, this man Roman just spears Solo out of his life. And then Cody seizes the opportunity and gives him a crossroads for the win. But I don't think you should make Cody and Roman friends just yet. Remember, these two have had like big bad blood for like almost 2 consecutive years now. I feel like they should do something where Roman acknowledges that, yeah, we're not friends. I'm going to deal with you later. For now, I have to deal with the absolute madhouse that is my family. And then when I'm done with that, I'm coming for you next. And then you might put like The Rock into it somewhere. You know, I don't know, but that's where I think it should go. But yeah, I really hope Roman returned to this show because the pop would be astronomical. I would get deaf from that pop. and the volume would be only at half. So yeah, those are my SummerSlam predictions. I think the show is going to be incredible. It has the opportunity to be just as good as something like, I don't know, Backlash or Money in the Bank, probably. It's definitely not beating out Mania 40, but, you know, I think this has the opportunity to be like one of the best shows of the year. And with that being said, deuces, ooses.